Caravan full of cars, neighborhood stars. Up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Giants going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
7 yards to go on second down.
Watching that body. All right, now look at 56. Hurry up, here we go. Leopard, back there. No, check.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
In motion, left Shepard. They'll look to throw here. Bryant has it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Back to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Halfback sent in motion. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by Meredith right side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
2nd down and just 1. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater going with a screen for Murray. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chain. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they're definitely showing blitz here. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Avery Moss in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater fights him off, and the pressure gets to him again. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep, Jalen Richard. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Back to the net, Philly. Here we go. Back to the net. Let's go. Leopard. Leopard. Back to the net, Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit.
Back to throw now on first down. Complete to Bryant. Room to run inside the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up third and long?
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Over. Back down to that Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
He'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Diggs going in motion right. Second down, Bridgewater. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll look to throw. And he'll go down at the 28. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That one caught. It's Meredith. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cameron Meredith, 29 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. go play action. Bridgewater. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Cook able to escape, and he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Fresh set of downs here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. First and 10, Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, the offense lining up first and 10.
Here we go now. Watch him now, Barney. No. Check, Patrick.
Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Here we go now. Leopard. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Here we go now.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Detroit. Watch it now, Barney.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And the D looking like they may blitz. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And here we go on first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Starting the third quarter with Cook. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. To throw, Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. B.J. Goodson. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 30. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Eric Armstead in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sharif Floyd in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 45 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Cameron Meredith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They'll look to throw again. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now out comes Minnesota. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he's got room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receiver. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
That good for 22 and a first down. The play clock's running down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second and 5. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. Wiggles free. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Defense showing blitz. And now here's a carry heading left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. B.J. Goodson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Diggs going in motion right. Third and long for Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He'll look to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll set up to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. Second down and 4. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. And not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Aldrich Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Get ready!
They start the drive with Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it now, out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. The left side caught by Diggs. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there from 10 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Now a receiver in motion left. To throw is Bridgewater. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for the Giants. 67 yards. First and goal from the 8. Now they try the right side here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. A give. This is Cook. No gain on the play there. Second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And on 2nd and 10 now. Out of his end zone, Bridgewater. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because We've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
and the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together,
every dog has its day. What the no tuck way lead.